Did I blow out everybody's eardrums?
What?
It's time for another exciting episode of Mind Equals Blown with BrendaG and Matt Haas. Matt Haas is from all things YouTube and awesome wood things and awesome fun things. And I don't know, he's probably got another half a dozen channels that he ain't telling us about because, hey, you can't trust him.
How am I supposed to take over the world if I don't have half a dozen YouTube channels?
Boy, we got all kinds of news and stuff for him tonight, Matt. Lord have mercy. For anybody that's new here to the channel, what we do here is we put out mind-blowing facts, and we ask you to put out mind-blowing facts. And if you give us a fact that blows our minds, we will give you a virtual cowbell ring, and we will give you a virtual taco. They are worth nothing but a lot of fun. And oh my goodness, let's see.
They're highly coveted.
Yeah, Matt, I'll let you go ahead and kick it off, and then I'll jump in with a whole bunch of stuff.
Sure thing. Yeah, I mean, remember to find me over there at All Things YouTube. I stream Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern. We talk about all things YouTube. And Susan Wojcicki, the CEO, made her announcement to the community. She does that about once a quarter. And I've got a lot to say about it. And it isn't all peachy. As a matter of fact, YouTube's between a rock and a hard place. I'll let you know what's going on there. But yeah, also part of the stream is to make friends, find people in the chat room, visit their channels. If you dig it, go give them some support, hit some red button pushes and ring some bells. It's all good. Grow, grow, grow is what we're all about here.
And that's a good way to gain support for your channel and learn. I'm all about learning. The more we learn, the better we're going to get. And whether it's to learn from somebody else's software that they're using or to learn from their editing skills, what kind of editing programs that they're using, different techniques that they use, it's all about learning how to do this because, hey, we're all young YouTubers here. We're new for the most part. And, we don't have millions of subscribers to our channels, and we're just trying to learn how to do this. And the more we can learn from each other, the better off we're going to be. Joyce McGuire's in the house. We'll say hey to Joyce. Glad you're with us.
Hello, Joyce. Share.
Say hello to Miss Becky for Fred.
Oh, that's right. That's your bird's
mother-in-law.
Okay, mother-in-law. There we go.
Yep. Joyce is Fred's mother-in-law, and Becky is his intended.
Oh, I see.
It's all about the Becky. You put Becky on the computer and you crank that up so he can hear. Lord have mercy, that bird likes to tear the cage apart trying to get at her.
Does Becky inappropriately shake her tail feathers?
Oh, now I'll tell you what, Becky's a pole dancer like you've never seen. Man, I don't know where she learned her skills at, but Lord have mercy.
Gets your bird going, doesn't it? Oh, Becky says hello in the chat. There we go.
I bet she does.
Tell her Awesome Wood Things says hello, and to maybe back it down on shaking the tail feathers. Getting her fans all worked up.
Oh, mercy. Well, let's see. I'll talk about my challenge, my gourd art challenge. It is due here in a couple days, but I think there's probably going to be a couple people that's going to go over that, which I understand. They've given me their reasons for being a little late.
I will get you mine on time.
Supplies did not show up and this and that, but I do have two out of, I think it's 10 completed. And they've sent me their pictures and all. So, if you haven't got your gourd art in and you're in on the challenge, you're getting down to the wire here, because I said I'd like for them to be done by the 31st, and that way in September I can put my video together.
Harneal Media showed up. That's Mr. Steve Nealon. Hello. And Grizz270 with an odd comment. That's kind of disturbing, but hey, what's going up here?
That's Grizz.
Oh boy.
Just Grizz.
Jeez.
The first time I saw some of his comments, my hair was falling out. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But yeah, you get used to Grizz after a while.
Good deal.
Harneal Media, that's Steve Nealon. He is from Makers Media Network. Anybody that's not familiar with that needs to pull that up, makersmedianetwork.com. And if you go to the store there on the page, it has the
Merchandise.
merchandise, and that's not what I was going to call it though, but it is merchandise that has our logos on it. So you can find Matt stuff in there, you can find BrendaG stuff in there, and you can get you some T-shirts or mugs or what have you. And he's got 3 different styles for me. I don't know what all he's got for Matt over there, but you can go check that out. I also have a Teespring account where you can get some T-shirts and things, a little different styles than what they have there on Makers Media. I have an Etsy store where I sell my goat's milk soap and different things. And I have a Facebook page, BrendaG's Designs. If you look that up there, there's a group that you can join. And if you're posting videos, you can post your videos over there. I don't care. More the merrier. Let us know what you're doing. I have a Twitter account, and I have a YouTube, obviously. That's where we're at. And I have and I'm almost ashamed to say it now. I have a web page, but I haven't worked on it because I've been laid up. It's BrendaG'sDesigns.net. I've got gout, and it is keeping me from being very mobile. It's all I can do to go to the mailbox. So hopefully in another week or so, I'll be feeling well enough that I can get back to work on my website again.
Yeah, spruce it up a little bit. I have a support page in the chat room, and that's my awesomewiththings.com site. And I have 2 different crowdfunding sites. You can affiliate shop on Amazon, buy T-shirts, send me PayPal, or mail me physical items. So it's all there on awesomewiththings.com/support. And Grizz has a question, says, does anyone run a channel from their cell phone? No, but I sometimes direct upload through my cell phone. The YouTube app has a button where you can upload a video. So I do that. And I also manage the YouTube channels through YT Studio. It's an app called YT Studio. And that's for managing your channel. So it gives you all the analytics and access to all the metadata fields. But no, I don't run exclusively. Nick or D Nimmin on YouTube, his channel is exclusively tips for mobile only users who have channels on YouTube. So DEE is how he spells his first name, Nimmin, 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 D Nimmin. Good stuff.
That's my cell phone. And no, Lord, no, I do not do any videos on this thing. Lord have mercy.
Star Trek communicator.
Yeah.
Two to beam up, Scotty.
I do all my videoing. I do on my big computer, my desktop. I used to do them on my laptop, but it was not very good quality. So we upgraded last year and got the desktop so that I can do my videos from that. However, I'm not going to say that I won't ever do them from a cell phone. One of these days, I may actually get a smartphone, if the ship ever comes in. I've been saying that now for 2 years, but the ship is slow.
It's an expense for sure. Now I use Final Cut Pro on that computer right there. And sometimes I'm out with my cell phone doing a live direct from the cell phone. That's sometimes fun.
Now, my editor, just in case you ever wondered, and I used, I think, one time, it's CyberLink Audio Director, CyberLink Power to Go, CyberLink Power Director. I mean, there's a whole slew of different CyberLink things, but CyberLink Editor is what I use on my computer. And it's a little pricey, but it's supposed to do everything under the sun if you ever figure out how to use it.
I dropped a link to the Google Play Store for YouTube Studio. It's probably on the App Store. Did you have an Android or a Apple? App Store YT Studio. I'll get the App Store link too.
Now, speaking of apps, I placed an order with Walmart for the drive up, where they do the shopping for you, and it's all you have to do is they notify you, and then you're supposed to notify them on when you're coming to the store. You set up a time and all this, but you notify them that you're on your way, so they're out there waiting for you.
Oh yeah, the Geniuses at the physical store for Apple. You're talking about? Yeah.
Well, no, Walmart itself.
Oh,
You know, you go to walmart.com/grocery and you place your grocery order and you pay for it. And you set up a scheduled time that
for
you're going
my
to be
yeah,
there.
we do that in this house. Yeah.
Okay.
Frankie CNC and Woodworking Channels here. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, Frankie. And then when they get your order ready, they send you an email and tell you that, okay, let us know when you're on your way. But you're supposed to download an app. Now, apparently, downloading this app is only for your phone because I could never figure out any way to download anything to my laptop in order for me to let them know I was coming. I ended up just calling the store. And they gave you the option, you know, to poke the button for the pickup. And so I poked the button. The girl didn't seem to, you know, understand why the hell I was calling when I called. But I said, hey, I ain't got one of them phones where you can download apps and stuff to it. I said, so I'm just calling to let you know. You said you sent me an email, said my order's ready and I'm on my way to pick it up. And so she said, oh, well, okay. What's your name? And I told her, and she says, we'll be waiting out front.
Cool.
And I'm
glad there's a way for you.
yeah, I'm only a couple blocks away from the Walmart. So, you know, I zipped over there and picked up my order, which was a godsend with this gout because I couldn't walk through the store like this.
OM Ryan gave us a thumbs up and joined the chat. So did Jim Dockrell. Hello, hello.
Glad to see both of you. Glad you came. Check out everybody else's channel. You know how this works.
Dropping likes is a good thing. It's free for you to do, and it helps Brenda G's designs.
Yeah, hit that like button and share it. Get everybody in here. The more we get in here, the merrier.
I think I have a bless your heart item to share with you. Because, you know, sometimes I'm on the show and I like the page after it goes live. That was a little premature. I not only liked it before the show aired, I logged into 2 channels and gave you 2 likes, one from Awesome with Things and one from All Things YouTube before the show started. So,
all right. Well, bless your heart anyway.
Yep. So,
but yeah, that Walmart thing, that is the berries. So, you know, if you ever need groceries, and it saves you money too, because you're not in the store picking up everything that you didn't have on your list. You know, you just tell them what you need and they get that for you. And they'll substitute, you know, if there's other things that, you know, they run out of or whatever, you know, they substitute, and they did a good job with the substitutions and stuff that's on my list. But it was all I could do to get the groceries in the house from the van.
Frankie remembers growing up, a guy would come to your house, you'd tell him what you want, he would go away and bring you the items. Yeah, that's a little advanced. OM Ryan is saying, what's going on here? Well, this is a support stream. You can get to know people in the chat room, and if you like their stuff, give them a red button push on their channel and maybe ring a bell or 2. And Brenda and I talk about what we want to talk about. We encourage people in the chat room to leave an interesting true fact that you think will blow our mind. And if it does blow our mind, you'll be rewarded with virtual tacos and cowbell rings. How do you like them apples? That's kind of what we're doing on what we're doing here.
Lottie MC's in the house. Would say hey to her.
Hi, Lottie.
And in Canada, the
Great White North.
Yeah.
Where it's always cold and people say a boot.
Jim Docker wanted to know if I used the electric cart at the Walmart. I drove the Cougar mobile up to the Walmart and got my load of groceries. If you watched over on C-Dubs, you'll know what the Cougar mobile is, because C-Dubs, me and her got together last Friday for lunch and went to the park here in Richmond and took some video and stuff. She put hers up today. And you know, she's got a few shots of the Cougar mobile in there. She was impressed.
There is a comment on the 3 Wolf Moon shirt that is so popular it almost broke Amazon because it got too many thumbs up. It's a story of a guy that rolls in, buys the shirt. All the women are attracted to him, and he rides out on the scooter with a lady under his arm. This ridiculous story about how this 3 wolf shirt has 3 wolves howling at the moon, and it is very well written. It's a comedy routine in and of itself. I'll see if I can find that comment. It's probably the most upvoted comment. Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, my God. Should I share it?
Sure, go ahead and share it. Irish Whiskey's in the house. Say hey to you.
All right, we're going to go kind of off script here, and I'm going to so this is this is live on the internet, and this has been around for like 5, 6, 8 years. Well, I'll look at the date stamp. So it's this shirt on Amazon. See, we're on Amazon,
Right.
and you know, the Mountain Men's 3 Wolf Moon short sleeve tee. And this is the most upvoted comment down here in the comments. Let me get my little magnifying glass out, see if I can do this. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I bought this product as a gift for my beautiful wife. We have 3 sons, and she loves the military green color. I thought this gift would be perfect with its 3 wild wolves representing the 3 small pups we have at home, while the rest represents me as her moon and stars. Upon arrival, I decided to reveal this wonderful gift to her early, as I could not contain the thoughtfulness that went into this Valentine's Day present. Her reaction was different than I anticipated. I thought for sure she'd be excited. When I pulled that shirt out of the plastic sleeve, there was a look of awestruck wonder that had appeared on my wife's face. For a moment, I thought that she may have mistaken this shirt for tickets to Disney World or a few scratch-offs, as her expression of joy was one I had not seen since the last time I surprised her with an Oreo Blizzard. That's a Dairy Queen ice cream. With the fury of the she-wolf that had dwelt long in slumber deep down in her bones, she attacked me and stole the shirt from my grasp. Before I could open my eyes, she had abandoned said shirt and had me pinned to the floor. She leaned in close and began sniffing the back of my neck. I could feel her honing in on my jugular, and it was at that time I first feared for my life. This isn't the one. As good as that one is, there's another one that's just outrageous.
Day door, back doors in the house.
Oh, I have to actually find that comment. It's
Mill's
a
back.
legendary comment.
Nelly Zuppini is in the house. She is from Australia, and she does keto recipes over on her channel. She a lot of other things too, but I know her for the keto recipes that she puts out. Man, that girl can cook.
All right. Good to meet you. We just took a little detour reading a funny comment on Amazon. There's one in there that is 10 times as funny as that one, although I think that one was going someplace. Yeah, it was.
Well, speaking of funny, there's a new series up on my channel, just in case nobody has noticed that yet. It's called "And That's Why I Need Bail Money," and there's 8 episodes of it that's gone up since last time we met. And I hope everybody is enjoying the series. There will be a new one come up tonight. It's going to be about me and Mooney Junie going to the mall.
I have to meet this Mooney Junie.
Now, Mooney June's a real person now.
Okay.
I mean, she ain't made up. Me and Mooney, man, we used to get into all kinds of scrapes.
Well, I mean, as this series unfolds, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about the trouble you and her get into. My goodness.
See, everybody thought that I was just such a delicate flower and so laid back, and I never got into any trouble. Lord, I've had way more than my share. I've probably had 4 or 5 lifetimes worth of trouble in this one lifetime.
No, man, I hear you. I hear you.
I don't believe in just sitting back and letting the world pass you by.
No. I've been going hard here for the last decade or so, jumping out of airplanes and just doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, now that I'm older, though, I have to kind of revise what kind of meanness I get into. It has to be well thought out and well planned. Used to, I just, jumped in. I didn't think nothing about anything. Now my trouble is thought out.
Well, no,
premeditated.
I'm still like, that's a horrible idea. What time do you want me there?
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, at least you guys didn't see someone blow smoke in the state of a face in the face of a state trooper. Yeah, Frank put that up on my channel the other day. If you don't read the comments on these things, you're missing out. Now, I do hold the comments, so that I can review them and see what all's being said. I don't want to miss anything, so I hold the comments. But when I put up the next video, I've released the comments on the last one. So you can go back to the last one and read the comments and stuff on it. And they are a hoot. But yeah, he told me one about guy that blew smoke in the face of a state trooper. Lord,
yeah, he was holding it. He was holding it. He thought he was smart, just not exhaling, and he blew it out the window. And the other state trooper was right outside the window. Oh, we had an awkward conversation along those lines at work today.
Yeah.
So there is a way to export a file in a compressed archive, like a zip, but you put a package, like you put a manifest file in it, and then it becomes a PIF, PIF, and they were using piffing as the term to piff something. And if you look up on Urban Dictionary, it means you're bogarting the bowl and you're not passing it to the next guy. Mm-hmm. I was like, I told everyone, don't look up the Urban Dictionary definition of piffing. And they're like, well, we have to look it up now. We can't not look it up. So we stopped our meeting and had a big old laugh about that. It's crazy.
Have you ever been so high that you forgot to pass it? You're sitting there zoned. Until somebody pokes you and said, hey.
My friend Patrick was talking about this time. Someone had a lighter. Now, lighters usually aren't that interesting, but he said it was the most awesome lighter he has ever seen. He's like, oh my God, I want that. So when it came to him, he passed the bowl and kept the lighter.
Yeah, you used to have to buy lighters like in a 10-pack or something because, Saturday night, all your lighters disappeared. That was the end of that. Simply Wooden Creations is in the house. We'll say hey to Russ.
Hi, Russ.
Russ says that he is watching from the shop. He's finishing his scored projects, so he can't really chat. He's just watching. Okay. And, anybody that doesn't know who Russ is, he's over at Simply Wooden Creations. He does a live stream on Wednesday night, and he does a live stream on Saturday night. On Saturday nights, I am on his panel along with some other people, and you can come and join us and learn about woodworking and learn about other people that's into woodworking and learn all the different aspects of it. Speaking of that, I have no idea how I'd go about this, but I got the bright idea the other day that I would love to get together with some kind of a manufacturer to put together a line of ladies' tools. Because I have noticed that there are a lot of gals that's into crafting and they'd love to know how to woodwork and do things. They don't know where to start. They don't have any tools. They have to ask their husbands or their brothers or dads or somebody, can you drill this for me? Or, can you saw this for me? And there's no excuse for that. And one gal I was even watching, she had her husband come in to use a Dremel. Lord have mercy.
What would be different about the ladies' tools versus tools that aren't ladies' tools?
Well, it would be educational for one thing. Teach people how to use them. Maybe come with a set of DVDs or something that shows how to use the tools. I'd put pink handles on them. Make them a little more feminine because the stuff that you go to get at Sears or Harbor Freight, it doesn't look very feminine. I try to feminine them up a little bit, and teach ladies how to use these things so that they can make stuff.
Well,
but I have absolutely no clue as to where I would start with that or anything else. So, somebody else out there knows how to do that, then, by all means, I'm just giving you an idea. But
get on the web pages and go to press contacts and, get to the marketing department. And, I'm sure there's a way to do that. I don't know anything off the top of my head. I have no advertisers on Awesome Wood Things. I do make stuff in my wood shop, but it's all fan funded. Jim Bashirs is here. Hey,
Jim Bashirs. Good.
Yes, we did miss you. He asked, hey, did you miss me? Yes, of course we did, Jim.
Yeah, but my aim's getting better.
That's not good news. You don't want Brenda's aim better. No.
Let's see. Who was it? Frankie said there are pink kits out there, but they're junk. And yeah, I can believe that. And that's not right. That's not right. There should be good quality. I mean, something like Craftsman. If it breaks, you can take it back to the store and get a new one. Um, we shouldn't have to fool with inferior stuff just because we're female.
I spray paint all my tools. So, you could just buy tools that exist and slap a color on that you like. That could be one possible solution, maybe.
Well, you can get that dip it stuff, in different colors to put handles on stuff. It's a plastic thing. Just dip the tool in that and put a coat of that on it.
It's like, is it rubber? Is it like yeah. Yep. No, I just take spray paint, and it doesn't matter if it has vents and fans on the inside. Just blast it over everything.
Lottie says that I have my own drill and sanders. I'm the fixer in this house. The only drill my husband is good with fixes your teeth. And I have one of those too. It's called an engraver. It's the same thing as a dental drill.
Oh, the air powered, right?
Yeah. And I used that over on Russ's show one night when I was showcased over there and showed how to use that. And I can do all kinds of designs on stuff, on leather and on wood and plastic and everything. And so, yeah, then there's something to be said for even the kind that your husband uses. But yeah, ladies need to know how to use a drill, how to use a saw, how to use ratchets.
Cal showed up. Hi, Cal.
Hey, Cal, good to see you. But yeah, that's something that gals need to know how to do. I mean, you never know. I mean, if you are in a relationship and he knows how to use those things, not all men know how to do that. And if he don't, just like Lottie said, have your own tools and know how to fix stuff. OM Ryan's leaving. Well, we're glad you dropped in. We hope you come back. We hope you're having a good time. Little Step Noel's in the house. Good to have you here.
Nelly's leaving too. She's got to get back to work. So
okay, Nelly, you have a good day. Cook me something good.
Yeah, tools are fun. But a lot of people in the community have contacts with different tool, Craig, DeWalt. Some even have Ryobi. I used to think Ryobi was a little standoffish dealing with content creators and influencers. I hate that word, but that's like a legit thing. So yeah, it's possible if it adds value.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the market wants it, could be a good idea.
I mean, it's not real often, but every so often, gals know that I know how to use a certain amount of tools. I don't know how to use them all, but I know how to use a certain amount, enough to get by. And they will contact me and say, well, I was working on this project, but I needed. It's generally drilling. It has something to do with drilling. I needed to do this, but I didn't know how to use the drill, and I didn't know how. And I'm like, okay, here's what you do. You go out and you buy a drill.
Out of all the tools in my shop, the only ones that have ever hurt me are the handheld drill or the drill press, because in your mind, it's one of the safest tools. I mean, the naughty bit is just real tiny, the thing that can hurt you.
Right.
And you get real comfortable with it real fast. So, whether it catches a piece of the workpiece and spins around. I've gotten slapped with a board being spun by the drill bit and smashing into my wrist or back of my hand.
Yeah, that's why they make clamps.
well, but sometimes you just
you think, oh, well, I'm invincible.
I'm just gonna throw this drill bit through this wood and I'll be good to go. But I tell them buy a drill and read the manual. That's your first tip, because it'll tell you how to use that drill in the manual, and then everything else you can ask somebody. And then go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Little Steps here. Did we say hi? Oh,
yeah, I did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I came home with a used chop saw I bought cheap. My husband was reluctant to show me how to use it. I have all my own power tools, and that should be that way. I mean, like I say, you never know. You get married to somebody, and then whatever reason they're gone, whether they pass away or take off or, whatever, they're gone. And there you sit. I mean, I remember when went through my first divorce. He took all the damn tools. I had nothing. I didn't even have a doggone hammer.
Wow. Florida
And
Pirate showed up, and so did Monarch Garden. Hello, hello.
glad to have both of you with us. Jim Dockrell in the house. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, I might do a safety video. I know safety videos are kind of boring, but on the chop saw, we mentioned the chop saw in the chat room. And one thing people don't think of is, you see the line on the bed where the blade falls through, and you're like, okay, that's the danger zone. That's the line. Stay away. And people usually don't mess that up. But what they sometimes forget is the travel distance from the top the whole way. That's dangerous too. So some people that cross arm it, like sometimes you hold it you hold the workpiece cross arm. People have decapitated or have delimbed them. What do they call that? Cut off
their arms.
Yeah, they cut their arms almost off because they know that the bed, that line on the bed is dangerous, but they forget that as it comes down, it's dangerous too.
That's right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you should always watch where your body parts are and your clothing. Your clothing is another thing, get tangled up and stuff. Make sure you know where everything's at before you power that thing up.
The door's here. Hello, welcome.
But yeah, that's just one of them things that you gotta be careful of. But there's no reason a woman shouldn't have her own tools, her own toolbox. But the first husband, big rolling toolbox. So he leaves, he takes that with him. Second husband, I bought a big rolling toolbox. Leaves, takes that with him. Third husband passes away. I got the rolling toolbox. But you should always have one that is yours. Have your name on it. Have your own tools. And do not let anybody else use your tools.
Yeah.
See, they will misplace your tools. They'll take off of your tools.
See, in my house, it gets a little tough because, sometimes if a screwdriver or a wrench or a hammer is needed, well, they go down to the shop and get what you need. But the hot glue gun is a point of contention because we have 3 hot glue guns and they all take a different size glue stick.
Oh, okay.
And the medium one that I was given, well, my wife didn't want it anymore, and rather than me buy one, I don't have any replacement sticks for it. So I'm too lazy to put the order in through Amazon. So I go over to Scrapbook Room and I get the big one and I use it. And I sneak in there every time. What are you doing? Damn it. You got me again.
Buy your own glue sticks.
Hot glue is amazing. That stuff works in all different kinds of situations. Yeah, I love it.
Kathy Griffin is in the house. I'm glad to have her with us. She is down from Louisiana.
Hi, Kathy. Good to meet you. I'm Matt. I think I've seen you before. Welcome back.
Jim Bashir says he has a lot of toolboxes. His middle name is Craftsman. I don't have enough toolboxes. You can never have enough toolboxes. I like the big ones, the big rolling ones.
Yeah, those are expensive.
But
I mean, I'll use 5-gallon buckets. I'll use boxes. I mean,
I don't want to root through half a dozen or more toolboxes trying to find the tool that I want. If you got a big rolling toolbox, you can have everything in there labeled on the drawers so that you know what drawer has what and keep everything in place. But if you've got all these just little toolboxes,
I labeled my shop with a label maker with the activity of the tool. So if it's a carving tool, I would put carve, and then I would put the word it after everything. So some of them get to be like double entendre because we have carve it, scrape it, over where the supplies are, paint it, lube it, stick it, because the glue has stick it on it. Yeah, it's funny.
Jim Dockrell says he built his own toolbox, and he's apparently got a video up of that over on his channel.
My tool cabinet, I bolted it to like a rolling, like just like a not a tall
Like a
one.
dog crate dolly. What didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But the claim to fame that mine has, and this is on Awesome with Things. If you go into my back catalog, I made little wood boxes for all the nails and screws. So you pull it out at a glance, you can see everything, and then you just take the box you want over to the work area and then put it right back. No big tray, no big, tote, no big toolbox. Just anyway, I was pretty happy with it.
Little Step Noel says, my problem is my husband borrowing my tools, not putting them back. They end up in his toolbox on his truck.
Oh, that would not. I would flip my stuff.
Yeah. We would have a come to Jesus meeting.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one good lick with a Louisville Slugger would stop him from doing that.
I got to break out the tools tomorrow. I need to repair some shingles on my roof.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm like, I got to hire someone to do this. Now, I had put 2 roofs on in my day, but I'm like, I don't want to go up there. But I watched the video. I'm like, oh, that's not too hard. So I'm going to try it. Okay. The only thing is I didn't know what size nails to buy.
Yeah.
So I got 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1.25 inch, the roofing nail. I had this whole basket full of nails. I'm like, I'm going to return the 7 that I don't need and just use the one.
Well, you can generally ask somebody in the hardware store, what is your standard size roofing nail? And they'll tell you.
Well, I'm going to pop one out. And then I'm just going to look at it. And then whatever that is, I'm just going to use. Jim says Jim Bashirs, he'll never put on another roof. Yeah, I put on 2 of them. And at the end of the second one, the buddy of mine that did both with me, he says, Matt, we were out of high school and, still trying to find our way. He's like, I got the best idea. I'm like, all right, Tony, tell me what it is. He goes, we can make our own company and we could put roofs on ourselves and we could make $9 an hour. I'm like, you mother effer. I'm like, you couldn't pay me 9. And this was in 1991 when like 9 was a pretty good, app. I mean, it wasn't anything to sneak. It wasn't. I was like, even then I knew all that backbreaking work I did. I'm like, you couldn't pay me 90 an hour. I'm like, good luck. Find someone else. Hard no.
And Drone Junkie and Hollerita's in the house. Good to have both of you with us tonight.
Hollerita. I remember that YouTube channel. That's a great name. Yep. Hollerita.
Oh, and she's a great gal too.
And Drone Junkie. See, a channel like Drone Junkie, you picture in your mind the type of content that's on that channel, and I bet the content is exactly what you think it's going to be. I love it. No ambiguity.
And if anybody wants us to pull up their channel here so everybody can see what you got going on there with your channel, type Raise the Curtain in the chat and we'll get your video or get your channel up here.
Yep, 3 words. Raise the curtain.
Maybe play a little bit of a video or something and see what you got going on.
Y'all are too sweet. Yay. But at that age, if you would have stuck to it, you would have a big business now. Well, yeah, see, I didn't think that I could hire other people to do it for me. I just thought I would be the one doing it. And I tell you what, a bag of shingles, what are they, 20 shingles in a bag or something like that? Heavy. So many bags I drug up to the roof and put them. Oh, man.
Yeah. And good help's hard to find. About the time you think you found somebody, they quit.
Yeah.
Disappear. And then leave you holding all the work to do. Yep. Been there, seen that. I've had companies before, I know. Lord. I mean, just trying to get somebody to mow my yard.
Well, that whole industry is pretty darn shady. Like that people are out to just rip you off left and right. Between the contractor and the people they hire, and even the people you're selling to will rip off, you as the person. I mean, it's a tough way to go. And then it's like, do I spend the money on a lawsuit? But the money I spend on a lawsuit is probably going to be enough. So there's a lot of, it's tough. It's a brutal business. One,
Around
it's hard
here,
on you physically, and it's just a brutal business.
around here, they hire the Amish. All these companies, roofing companies, hire the Amish to come in, and they'll come. There might be half dozen or more of them. All show up, and before you know it, they got a roof on the building. I mean, it doesn't that many of them. They've got it down to science,
Oh yeah.
and they whip that roof on there right quick.
Jim says sun poisoning. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
never been so sick with sun poisoning than when I roofed my house. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so I need 2 shingles, but you have to buy a pack of 20. And then my shed has a few shingles pulled up on. I'm like, I might as well refelt and like, what am I going to do with 18 shingles I'm not using? So we'll see.
Ice cold water is in the house. Good to
Hey,
have you here.
I like water, and I like ice cold water. Hello, I'm Matt.
I
Welcome.
like ice cold ice packs that I've got my gout ridden foot sitting on right now under the desk.
Yeah.
If you've never had gout, don't get it.
I'll try not to. Yeah.
It is no fun, let me tell you. You can't stand nothing to touch it. Putting your shoes on is an experience that you never want to have to go through.
Jim says he'll come over and watch me do my roof repair. Okay.
You're going to wish you'd hired somebody to do that. I got news for you.
I mean, if I hire someone, I know what they're going to say. You need your whole roof replaced.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's coming. I mean, the house is what, 19, 20-year roofs is kind of what they say. Well, we're pushing up on 30. The 20-year mark of the house that I'm in. So
30.
I'm just like, and then a lot of people get the metal roofs. They slap it right over top of the asphalt shingles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all that weight. I'm like, you got to rip that. They go, no, they say it's better in case the metal roof leaks. I'm like,
yeah. But then the metal roofs now are guaranteed for life. So you get one of those, if something goes wrong with it, get a hold of the manufacturer on that and have them fix it. Guarantee.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't expect, at my age that I will live long enough to enjoy the benefits of having that guarantee on the metal roof. So when mine needs it, it's going to be asphalt shingles again.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully that's at least 15 years off.
The metal roofs, I've watched YouTube channels installing them, but it's just hard to move around. I mean, not that they're heavy individually, but you got to get one of those lifts, and a wide one. I mean, it's just like.
Well, Jim Brashears brings up a good point. He said, I don't get the people that put solar panels over their roofs and drill all those holes in the roof. Now, that's one thing, is the holes in the roof. But the other thing that bothers me is you put all them solar panels up there, and then eventually you got to have a new roof put on. And that means that all the solar panels have to come back off the roof, and inevitably some of them is going to get broke. So there ought to be a better system.
The Elon Musk said it correctly, because he has a solar thing going, and it's like you got to put on a new roof. Like it's not just install. He says to do it right, you've got to redo the roof entirely, strip it all down.
Yeah, strip it down, put a new roof on, then put your solar panels on, and move before it has to be done again. So it's the next Joker's problem.
I hear some of these stories. It's like, well, I want the panels facing my neighbor so everyone knows I have solar panel. Like, the sun's it's better on the other side, sir. And they'll make these stupid decisions.
Yeah, I've had a couple fellas around here tell me that they think that, I benefit from having solar panels put on the roof. And I said, listen, I've got these big old trees around here that blocks the sun out of this place. I can't grow anything in the front yard that isn't shade worthy. So I can't imagine that solar would really do me that good. My house is mostly just straight up anyway. And I said, I don't want to have to go through all the foolishness of the roof thing, when I need a new roof put on, and breaking solar panels and going through all that. Lord, don't I have enough to deal with?
Someone said they dropped a like. That's great. Please do
Thank
that.
you. Hit the like, hit the share. Let everybody know we're here. We don't want to be the best kept secret on the interweb.
How much money does someone watching the show have to spend in order to like the page? It's free. Free to like the page. Costs you nothing.
I mean, I couldn't even fathom when. Oh, and I made another trip around the sun since I seen you last.
Oh, that's right. It's your what anniversary of your 29th birthday?
Tuesday was the 34th anniversary of my 29th birthday.
Woohoo! Congratulations. Happy belated birthday.
Of which I spent flat on my back with my feet in the air and not in a good way.
Well, hey. We'll turn on some light. These are the happy birthday lights for you.
Woo-hoo!
If anyone gives Brenda a super chat, we'll turn these lights back on. And we may or may not dance.
And the gout said she shall have no cake. So I didn't even get to have cake for my birthday.
Oh my God.
Poor old foot.
Yesterday I had there was this big Reese's peanut butter cup. It was this big and it had Reese's pieces inside it. It was huge. I cut it in half and I ate half of it and I hated myself after that.
You're gonna have gout.
I was like, what did I do to myself?
Peanut butter and chocolate, that's recipe for gout. I can't have either one. I'm supposed to steer clear of all meat. Most proteins.
No.
All chocolate.
What about peanuts? That's protein.
Not any nuts that are roots. I can have tree nuts like cashews.
Okay.
And I should just drop weight like nobody's business. By spring, I should be invisible. Because can't have doggone thing to eat. You got to stay, away from pastas and carbs,
just eat celery,
and sugars, and I can have vegetables and some fruits. You got to be careful with the fruits. You can't have anything that's got sugar in it. Some fish, like salmon. I can have salmon.
Tilapia?
No.
Because they use tilapia in fish tacos a lot of times.
Tilapia is too close to meat.
Bummer.
But I can have salmon.
Okay.
But yeah, you're really limited. So mostly I'm eating salad. I can't have beef broth, chicken broth, nothing like that.
If you eat salad, the weight should fall right off of you after a while.
Yeah, I should be a shadow of my
former Rita's got to run. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for coming, honey. I'm glad you made it. I hope you had a good time. Coffee Outdoors is in the house. Hey, let me tell you.
Hi, Coffee Outdoors.
Coffee Outdoors.
Mr. Doughboy 356 hello,
hello. Good to have him in the house too, Mr. Doughboy. Coffee Outdoors works at a correctional institute. So you can just imagine how much he is enjoying my new series.
That's why I need bail money.
That's why I need bail money.
One of my friends, she's 23 years old, and she got trained to be a correctional officer, and she was a correctional officer. She only did it for about 6 or 8 months. And the one time she came out to the bar after work and she was still in her her correctional officer uniform. Mm-hmm. And I was like, pretend to put the cuffs on me. And we took a picture of her.
Oh. I tell you, I dated a correctional officer at one time years ago, and boy, the tales that he could tell. He worked in an all-women's prison.
Oh, dear Lord. I'll tell you what, though. My friend, she was kind of shy and a little bit soft-spoken. Nothing too bad, but, after she quit, she's a whole new person for the better. Like, because you know how I am. I put little jabs into all my friends and give them little digs, and she would just, always kind of take it. Now she gives it back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yes. I was like, this job was the best thing for you, even though she didn't last. She didn't like it, but I'm like, oh.
Dakota and family's in the house. Good to see you. Glad you dropped in.
Hi, Dakota and family. Good to see you again. Welcome. We're just talking about whatever we want to talk about. You could drop interesting facts. If they blow our minds, we'll give you virtual tacos and cowbell rings. We have 0 virtual tacos this evening. We're almost an hour into this, 50 minutes.
Let's see. I probably have something here that I can give you. How about rainbows appear as full circles when you're in the sky? They only appear as half circles from the ground because there's no rain below the person viewing it.
Rainbows are awesome, and they're different for each person viewing because it depends where you're at and on the landscape. So it's like, yeah, they change. They change.
And Jim says, "Oh wow, I'm in Northwest Indiana at Coffee Outdoors." Yeah, he's south of you, maybe a couple hours, right down south of you.
What I learned is the staff have to eat the same food as the inmates.
Oh,
You're
I
not,
did not know that.
Not allowed to bring in your own food. I was like, and they would have things, they would call it poultry because it may or may not be chicken and meat. They couldn't call it beef or like anything specific.
Yeah,
Like,
it could be goat or cat or anything.
Yeah. Meat fingers. On Orange is the New Black, they were calling them meat fingers.
They let me keep my cup because they know I just keep coming back, and so I should always keep my cup with me at all times.
Has anyone confused your comedy routine of "that's why I need bail money" as if you were actually in jail or if you actually needed bail money?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got a few that do not understand that, you know, it is satire, it is comedy, you know, and they like, Lord have mercy.
Not everything in comedy is the truth. The idea is to just make up stories sometimes. So.
Now, with these stories, parts of them are true. I'm not telling you which parts.
Keep us guessing.
And all of these stories, parts are true, but not necessarily the whole thing.
I like you start out. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. See, Deb's Journey is in the house. Speaking of my cohort in crime, we was out tearing up Richmond, Indiana last Friday. They seen us coming. Lord, they cleared the sidewalks and everything.
Did they hire extra security?
we had some security guards kind of, you know, eyeballing us.
Lock up your daughters, lock up your sons. They're on a tear throughout Indiana.
Man, that great big old white van ain't got no windows in the back of it, you know. Looks a little nefarious.
The back door slides open and a big mushroom cloud comes out.
No, it's got swing out doors with no windows in them, and the same on the side. It's got swing out doors. When you close them things up, buddy, it makes boom.
Wait a minute. Dakota and Family says McDonald's once had bubblegum flavored broccoli. Whoa.
Not around here, they didn't.
That's crazy. I'll give a taco for that one, Dakota and Family. You blew my mind. First taco goes to Dakota and Family. See, you could have had the first one, but Dakota and Family got it in first. Who's going to be number 2?
Jim Bashir says Brenda has shag carpet in her 70s chick van. No, it's a 2011 Ford E350, and it's got no carpet in the back. Easier to hose out that way.
Jesus.
You need to pour some bleach in there or something, you know. Take a squeegee broom and sweep it right out.
Tell me no more. I don't want to have to remember anything for the deposition.
I mean, you just never know. Things like that come in handy.
Jeez.
Dove gets in that van and she looks around the back. She sees, you know, vast space in the back of it. She says, Lord, you could live in the back of this. And she's kind of eyeballing and see what all I got back here. She spotted the trash bags, you know, and she mentioned that later. I said, oh, I guess you didn't see the bleach and duct tape that I got back
I was going to say, you have like duct tape and rope and gloves.
I usually do, but my craft supplies are in the house.
No. Crazy. Brenda, you're something else.
Oh, Lord.
Something else.
Girls just want to have fun.
tear up the neighborhood.
I had to keep her from stealing a rowboat. They had a rowboat out there at the dock, and boy, she wanting to get in that thing so bad.
And
Down there eyeballing that thing, see if she could get it loose from the dock. She said that there's a padlock and a chain on it, but I think what really stopped her is there wasn't no oars, because I think she could probably broke that lock. She could have picked it.
Nathan T's Halloween and stuff is here. Hello.
Good to have you with us, Nathan. He tells
there.
some stories over there on his channel too.
Say hi to him. Excellent. Yeah, there was I watched something on the internet. There's this new product. Someone sunk $1 million into it. It's a raft, but it has an enclosure, and it's supposed to be like a luxury bed on the water. But it's so ill-conceived. It has like no cup holders. It doesn't come with an oar. It doesn't come with an anchor. It's like, and if it gets punctured, it's going to collapse around you. Like it's essentially a floating coffin. I'm like, who would greenlight this product?
Oh, we got a fact out there. Dakota and Family says in all the USA, there is one letter in the alphabet not used, and that's the letter Q. Talking about the names of the states. No Q.
Is X used? What state has the letter X?
I don't know. Z, Arizona.
Yeah.
Mexico.
You're right. You're right.
In America, 40% of the births come from unmarried women. Times they are changing.
Yeah. Yep.
That used to be pretty much unheard of. Johnny apple seeds were not for growing apples, Dakota says.
No. Yeah, see, the apples used to taste delicious, but they weren't as red as like the Red Delicious. The Red Delicious was bred to look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bred to taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a decent tasting apple, you got to go with Granny Smith's or, gosh, I'm trying to think of them.
What are the kind they use at the fairs, and they make them candy apples?
Yeah.
What kind of those? Are they Granny Smith?
I think Granny Smith's, and there's, I'm thinking the other one's called Honey something that I like. There's several good varieties, but the Red Delicious, they're just for looking at. You can eat them, but they're
tasteless. Who gave the comments? I owe some tacos. Who said those last ones?
Dakota and Family.
Okay. And who was that? Who was the next one?
Dakota.
Oh, okay. There you go. Dakota is bogarting all the tacos, people. More interesting facts. Bring it on. Bring it on.
C-Dub says, yes, we did have fun. Yes, indeed we did. It was Chuck. I laughed so hard at her. YouTube rule number 1. If you get a lens cap for your GoPro camera or for any camera and you put the lens cap off of the camera, don't be surprised when you go to film with that camera and you don't get any picture with the camera. And don't be asking the person you're with, why am I not getting a picture with this camera? I've got it on record. Why is there no picture coming up? Why? The screen's black. Why?
Lens cap. It's always the hardware that fails.
Yeah. See, she bragged to me. The funny part was she had just bragged not 5 minutes before about this lens cap thing that she had on her GoPro and how happy she was to have that. And then she turns around. Why can't I get this camera to make a picture? What's wrong with this camera? I don't have lens caps and stuff on my cameras. When I pick them up, I expect to be able to get that picture. I don't want to have to deal with no lens cap. But yeah. That I laughed so hard. I got a stitch in my side. I thought I was going to fall off the bench I was sitting on laughing at her. Honeycrisp, yes. Ice Cold Water said Honeycrisp apples. That's right.
Oh, is that what that comment was? I wasn't sure what they were referring to.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie says he needs one more button push to get a nice round 270.
Cool.
It's a woodworking channel over there, folks. If you're in the building and making cool stuff, Frankie's CNC and Woodworking channel is the place to go.
Yeah, and you could all do me a little favor and make sure that my button is not red, that it is gray on your end, because for some reason I've been losing subs here in the last week, and I don't know what that's all about. Maybe YouTube's doing another purge or something. So make sure you've all got that button pushed and hit the bell so you know when we do these lives and stuff. Because every once in a while I'll just do a pop-up live. I haven't done one in quite a while, but once in a while I'll just do a pop-up. You never know when I'm going to do that. You know, it's kind of like a drive-by. That's why I need bail money. Yeah, Jim's got that right. None of those fancy lens caps for Brenda. Exactly. Yes.
I got distracted. I'm trying to find that quote on that 3 Wolf Moon shirt. There's a small excerpt. Pros, fits my girth frame, has wolves on it, attracts women. Cons, only 3 wolves. 3 wolves. Could probably use a few more on the guns. Cannot see wolves when sitting with arms crossed. Wolves would have been better if they glowed in the dark. Those are the cons. I'll tell you what, I gotta find it. This is hilarious.
Yeah, that shirt that I was wearing Friday, when I went to meet Dubs, it says the only person that I'm afraid of is myself. That heifer's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I like my heifer shirt.
I'm gonna find this in URL Amazon.
Frankie says, yeah, I dropped like 2 or 3 subs and get one. Been like that for a while now. I have lost 14 subs in the last week, and that's with people saying that they're subscribing to the channel. So I don't know how many exactly. I've not gone into analytics and stuff and checked it out. So I know I've lost more than 14, but something's wrong. And I don't know if they're purging again or what's up with that. Oh, Mel Mel's leaving. Good that you dropped in, Mel Mel. It's always good to see you.
Bye, Mel Mel.
NorCal is in the house. Good to have you in here. She says, nice southern drawl. This ain't no southern drawl. This is pure redneck. Ohio redneck. I was raised by a bunch of rogue hillbillies. Portal Woodworks is in the house.
Portal. Hello, Portal.
Good to have everybody with us this evening.
I found it.
You found it? All right. Read it to us.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, sure.
I didn't know if that's good show content.
Well, I'll laugh.
Internet, do you want me to read the funniest review on Amazon ever? All right, I have it shared on screen if you want to do that.
Okay, let me poke it.
I can't. So this is for this T-shirt. People who weren't here. So this is the shirt he's talking about. A guy bought this shirt and he commented on it. And let me read you this comment. It says, dual function design, 5 stars. This was back in 2008. That's 11 years ago. This item has wolves on it, which makes it intrinsically sweet and worth 5 stars by itself. But once I tried it on, that's when the magic happened. After checking to ensure that the shirt would fit properly over my girth, I walked from my trailer to Walmart with the shirt on and was immediately approached by women. The women knew from the wolves on my shirt that I, like a wolf, am a mysterious loner who knows how to howl at the moon from time to time, if you catch my drift. The women that approached me wanted to know if I would be their boyfriend and or give them money for something they called meth. I told them no because I didn't have enough teeth. And frankly, a man with a wolf on his shirt shouldn't settle for the first thing that comes to him.
Oh, God.
I arrived at Walmart, mounted on my courtesy scooter. Walking is such a drag. Sitting side saddle so my wolves would show. While I was browsing tube socks, I could hear a roused asthmatic breathing behind me. I turned around to see a slightly sweaty Dream in sweatpants and flip-flops standing there. She told me she liked the wolves on my shirt. I told her I wanted to howl at her moon.
Oh, Lord.
She offered me a swig from her Mountain Dew, and I drove my scooter with her shuffling alongside out the door and into the rest of our lives. Thank you, wolf shirt. Pros: fits my girth frame, has wolves on it, attracts women. Cons: only 3 wolves, could probably use a few more. Cannot see wolves when sitting with arms crossed. Wolves would have been better if they glowed in the dark. 11-year-old me. It's still there.
Jim Bashirs wants to know, is that shirt available in crushed velvet?
Oh. Let's see what the purchase options are. Size. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, here we go. Oh, they put it on different things. Oh, there's a bluer background. Don't tell me that's the glow in the dark one. His con was oh, yep, green glow in the dark. Oh, that's what the guy wanted.
Now he can get it.
There's even a pink one. USA ball. Oh my God. This thing is amazing. Oh, it goes up to $44.99. Jeez.
Jim Bashir says crushed velvet with Elvis dogs playing cards, maybe.
Come on. I just think that's hilarious. Like, who 11 years ago would think to do something like that? I mean, and Amazon left it up. How many comments does that one thing have? Let me see.
Well, I've been telling tall tales probably longer than that. I remember, when the kids were around, that was about 1989, 1990, maybe even earlier than that. I was telling tall tales to them way back then. So, yeah, I can see that happening.
I lost the comment. I don't know. I just wanted to see how many likes it has, or that was helpful. I think is a little anyway. Fun stuff. $44.99. That must have been for an odd color. Maybe the glow in the dark one. I don't know.
And super large.
Yeah, that's true too. Those are all the options from low to high. Does it bother you if I call you Dave? My brother is Dave at Portal Woodworks.
I had a car once that called me Dave.
The kit car called its owner Dave from Knight Rider.
Yeah, I bought it used. I got rid of it when it locked me in, and I said, I want out, and it said, I don't think so, Dave.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. Movie was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Let's say, I'll give you another cool fact. Talking to yourself is a good way to help maintain your focus while completing a task.
Okay.
I do that all the time. Talk to me, talk to the dogs, talk to Fred. And that's why I don't have Alexa in my house.
No, I don't have one either.
There's people that just love them things. No, I don't need,
Speaking commands is so slow and clunky. I'm just like, I don't get it. David Hasselhoff is very sexy, says NorCal. Hi, NorCal.
They'd be sending them in the white coats to come and pick me up. NorCal says, David Hasselhoff is very sexy. I remember when he played Snapper on The Young and the Restless. When he was just starting out with his acting career.
He used to think Baywatch was like a serious lifeguard show. He quickly learned.
Yeah.
More running in slow motion. Mm-hmm. That's all anybody wants is running in slow motion. And the plot was always the same. It's like the police talk to the lifeguards and the police have a problem. And the police always say, well, we just don't have the manpower. And David Hasselhoff says, well, we can jump in and fill the gap. Whatever. Come on.
Yeah, one of them voice box things is called Alexa. What's the other one called?
Google Home.
No, it's got a lady's name.
Cortana.
Cortana. Okay. Well, there was a thing over on Facebook the other day that said that people are always talking about how Google and Zuckerberg and all of them listen to your conversations. And I read that and I laughed. My wife laughed, and Cortana laughed, and Alexa laughed.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Alexa is so sensitive. People who do shows say Madam A, because if you say the word, they all turn on. Sorry for anyone who's listening to this in a room with one of those devices, but yeah.
Hey, Alexa.
Who names the girl Cortana? Cortana is the female artificial intelligence of the Halo franchise, the Halo video game from Xbox, from Microsoft Studios. It used to be Bungie, but Microsoft bought them. Halo was one of the most epic video games to ever hit on the world stage. Now other things have sort of surpassed it. But Halo was, especially the first one, it had like a whole lore and backstory. It was like a novel almost. And then they got a little bit janky, but yeah, about a group of aliens collectively known as the Covenant, and then the humans military force in space. It was cool. It was a cool game.
Jim Bashir says I said his Alexa off.
Shame on you, BrendaG. That's why you need bail money.
Hey, Alexa, play some MTV. Things are going wacky over at Jim's house right now.
I had a show called WTV, and it looked just like the MTV logo, but the M was upside down.
I remember when MTV was new and good.
Oh, yeah. Headbangers Ball. That was the place to be, baby.
It was all videos all the time. And yeah. And then they ruined it. Jim Bashir said, gee, thanks, BrendaG. No, Frankie says that there is a video out that's ghetto Alexa. Oh, I'm only mad because I didn't think of it.
I'm Googling it right now.
Oh, mercy. See the things you learn here, you know, things that you'd never learn anywhere else.
Yeah, I like. Do you want to watch it?
Well, yeah, just a short clip of it. I don't want, want to get a strike over it, but.
All right.
C-Dub says, think about this way. Any subject that you talk about around your phone, almost always you will find an ad or subject matter on Facebook or YouTube about what you've been talking about with someone. And that's why I use one of these.
All right, share the screen. I'll play this. This is Ghetto Alexa.
Yo, Chuck, remember when you told me for your birthday that you wanted the Amazon Echo? Oh, yeah. Well, it cost almost $200. Forget that. So I got you this. Guy sold this to me at the flea market for about $20. Told me that this is Alexa's little cousin, Shaniqua. Try out. Okay. Thanks. Looking like the Kool-Aid. Oh, it's kind of dark. Shaniqua, can you turn on the lights?
Why should I? You can't afford to pay for the light bill.
Oh, bitch, I should be coming on soon. Shaniqua, what time is it?
You look at the clock and find out.
What you? Shaniqua, order me a Lyft ride to nearest movie theater.
Enter counting negative.
All right, I think we get it.
Yeah, you all have to go and check that out after the show. Ghetto Alexa. Oh, mercy.
Fun stuff.
Mercy.
Heiferbot wants more cowbell, more volume, Matt. Yeah, sorry. It was a mostly quiet clip. Carry on. Jeff and John is here. Hello.
Hey, good to see you guys. Boy, there's some fellers that can do some cooking there across the pond. And they know how to cook up some victuals over there.
They from England?
Yep.
Or the UK?
UK. Now, do you want some decibel?
Well, that's a new one. What was that? It's a little blue belt.
Do you want some bike horn?
Wow.
Or do you just want a little cowbell?
I can do piano. People like piano?
Maybe some crickets? I can't find the thing I had it stuck to over here.
I posted a video of my piano playing on awesomefunthings.com. Awesome Fun Things. That's my other channel.
So if you want to see Matt do his recital,
It's just a 2-minute song.
yeah, be sure and check out all the other channels there and see if you find anything you like. Hit the red buttons and watch a video and leave them a message over there and a like. And be sure you like this one and share it out to your friends. We don't want to be the best kept secret on the internet.
Here we go. Copy channel link. I'll leave a link to my newest video on awesome fun things, not awesome wood things, not all things YouTube, awesome fun things.
And I fixed Heifer. You know, she was putting out the wrong thing there for your channel. And so
Matt Haas
set her
concert.
straight.
I will never have a concert. Don't worry about that, Dave. From Florida Woodwork.
He'll have a recital.
I only play for my piano beaver and for anonymous people on my YouTube.
Snapper!
This is
Snapper.
no, it's not Snapper. Her name is
Snapper.
Brittany Beaver.
Notice how I get that in there quicker than he does.
So the beaver's not lit. Now the beaver's lit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to know where I can get a $19 beaver light up light.
Amazon.com. Yep.
That goes back to the tattoo that I said that if I ever got one, I don't want one, but if I ever got one, I'd get glow in the dark runway lights tattooed on the inside of my thighs.
I like those tattoos where it's like, turn left here. Here, I'll drop an affiliate link. This is the affiliate link to now they call it a lawn light waterproof light, but it should be renamed to Beaver Light.
Okay.
So there you go.
And let's see, saw something there. Oh, a little step says, would like to see Matt do the boogie woogie on the piano. Me too.
Boogie woogie.
Yep. Want to see you get good enough to do the boogie woogie.
What page is it on in my sheet music book? There, this is one of the things I'm learning from.
Well, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, if you got that'd be right up there. There's a lot of boogie woogie songs.
I'm very early in my piano journey. I can barely read sheet music, so that's not going to happen, unfortunately, not for a long time.
Remember Lawrence Welk show? He had Joanna on there. That she was good ragtime and boogie woogie.
Nice. Nope, I will not be playing live for anyone probably ever, except the cruise ship. I think I'm going to try and learn a song and then commandeer the piano. They have a grand piano on the cruise ship. I booked a cruise in January 2021, so 16 months away. And then I might play for an anonymous crowd on the cruise ship. That's over a year away. But other than that, not happening.
There's some malls and airport terminals and even some places that they have a piano right out on the street for people to play. I've seen videos of that on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, subway terminals are because they're places where it's temperature controlled would be a good place. Put something outside, it's not gonna last too long. But yeah,
Here, I'll give you another interesting fact. Currently, India is the only country in the world confirmed to have both lions and tigers in its wilderness.
Lions and tigers. Wow.
No bears. Oh my.
Nope. Nope. Carry on, Jeff and John says hit your like button and support as we always do. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Cool.
reminder.
Thank you very much.
We like buttons. They're good.
Thanks very much.
India is also the one that has their time zone on the half-hour mark. What is up with that? Time zones are supposed to be on the hour. No, it's 9:30 when it's midnight. When it's over. Oh, why?
Jim Bashir said that anyone can go on the Maker's Cruise. Ask Matt or Jim Bashir's for details. I will not be going. I don't get on boats.
It's a cruise. You can't really feel it.
Doesn't matter.
And they're the safest things out there because
It can still sink.
they've got telephones on board.
The name of it is the Titanic.
No.
And I don't go. I swim like a rock. Straight down.
My wife and I are going to get the all-you-can alcoholic drink package.
And then you won't care if it sinks, I guess, but okay.
We're going to use it too. We're going to use it. If you order 5 drinks a day, then it pays for itself. And premium coffees count as a drink towards it. See,
I've got gout. I can't have alcohol. I can't have soda.
Oh, Matt, can you share? I'll share on the down low as long as there's a 0 chance we'll get busted.
all I can have is water and tart cherry juice, of which I bought 2 50-gallon drums of today.
Nope. See, I'm gonna have cappuccino in the morning. I'm gonna have a mimosa every morning. I'm gonna have a cocktail for lunch, and I'm gonna have Jack and Coke is gonna flow all night long.
Enjoy it now, because when you get older, your body is going to tell you what you can have, and the list is short. It's a short list.
Jeez.
Your body's going to say, no. Well, okay. No.
My body's not yelling no. It just takes longer to heal.
Oh, my body's screaming no. It passed saying no a while back, and now it's screaming it. I haven't had any decent sleep since the weekend.
Portal Woodworks dropped an interesting fact here. India has more English-speaking people than America, than the United States. Crazy. There's a lot of people in India, like a lot of people. I mean, it's practically shoulder to shoulder every square inch of that country. Like there's just people everywhere.
Did you know that in Germany, Germany has officially abolished college tuition fees even for international students?
What?
Germany
Why? How?
Has officially abolished college tuition fees even for international students.
Are you kidding me? Es spreche se Deutsch, baby. Sign me up.
So, everybody that's
Deutschland, über alles.
Screaming about free college, just go to Germany. You get all the free college you want.
Nice. I dig it.
And they come back and tell us what you learned.
Let's go. Let's go get educated.
And then humans have more empathy for dogs than they do for other humans.
Oh, that's been well known for a long time. Like, criminals can be horrible to other people, but God forbid you touch a dog, ostracized by the whole country, as you should, because dogs are awesome. But I'm just saying that's not a surprising new fact.
Yep.
India is the size of Texas with 6 times the population. Yeah, I believe it. I've never been there. People have that I know, but I've never been.
Carry on, Jeff and John wants to know how many years I've been doing YouTube. At least 3. This channel for 2.
Oh, I'm coming up on my 5-year. The Black Friday. I launched my channel on Black Friday, so it'll be 5 years this November. Man, 5 years.
I did a news channel for a year before I started this one. So 3 total years I've been doing YouTube. Little Step says there's a room on the Queen Mary ship that they don't put the room number on because it's haunted and people keep stealing it. Room number 340.
That deserves a taco.
I've been on the Queen Mary, and that was the only time that I've been on a ship. And even then, I was like a cat climbing the curtains. But back in the early 80s, my husband and I were out in California, and I went on a tour there of the Queen Mary. And I can't remember much about it because I was so nervous. And, you know, I mean, I don't care if it is in the dock, it's still on the water.
Jim says YouTube tried to hide from Brenda, but it didn't work.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I keep sneaking up on them when they ain't looking.
Speaking of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki had her quarterly announcement to the community, and I'm going to talk all about it on All Things YouTube on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And there's a lot of good and bad to say about it. So hear what I have to say about the CEO of YouTube's address to the community Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern on All Things YouTube.
Jim Bashir says nervous and, well, drunk. I can't have alcohol no more because of my gout.
No alcohol, no meat. Gee, can you have coffee?
Yeah, and I don't drink coffee. I don't like it.
My doctor says, you better cut back on coffee because I have eye pressure issues. And I'm like, you could put me in the grave faster. There's no way I'm cutting back on coffee.
I just never acquired a taste for it. It just never appealed to me.
I love the way it looks. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. I love preparing it. I love ordering it. I love drinking it.
I'm not averse to the smell of it. You know, if there's a coffee pot going, it doesn't bother me, but I don't like the taste. And so I just stay away from it.
Not me.
Years ago, I was at some people's house and they offered us a cup of coffee, my husband and I. And I wanted to be hospitable. You know, I said, okay, that sounds good. So they put this cup of coffee in front of me. I tasted it. Oh, my God. I cannot stand the taste of coffee. So I'm pouring the sugar to it and I'm pouring the milk into it. You know, anything, try to cover the taste of that. And there was no way he's going to cover up the taste of that coffee. You know, and these people, they was looking at me like I was crazy because, you know, all the stuff that I was pouring into this coffee. But no, it's not my thing. And they kept waiting for me to finish it, you know, so we could go do whatever it was we were supposed to go do. And there was no way I could drink that.
No, I used to have cream and sugar, and then I backed off the cream because it tasted good, but I could never get it perfect. And it was a big ordeal. And I'm so OCD, I would drive me nuts. So then I eventually got rid of just black as my soul, just right out of the pot. That's all I need. And, you know, I'm in line at Starbucks and everyone's ordering. Every coffee has 7 or 8 different instructions. I'm like, just give me a black medium roast. No room. That's all. They pour it in a cup and hand it to me. And I'm like, done.
Now, I'll drink tea. I don't have anything against tea, either hot or cold. I prefer it sweet, which is something that I can't do now because can't have sugar when you have gout.
Sugar, extra sugar, added sugar is something you should really back off of.
Well, yeah, and I've known that for a while. I was talking to Fifi. I think it's called Fifi Eats. It's her channel. She does mukbangs, and you never seen so much food in your life. She'll have this like huge bowl that she has done this boil in with all this fish and corn on the cob and, you know, all kinds of stuff in there. And she'll sit there and eat like you never seen in your life. And she ain't no bigger around in my wrist. Just a tiny little thing. And so one day I asked her, I said, Lord, I can just look at that food on the computer and gain 5 pounds. I said, how in the world do you manage to eat that and not gain no weight? And she says, I stay away from sugar.
I believe it. And it's the cause of, what is it? What's the gunk on the inside of your veins? The
plaque?
Yeah, I mean someone said to me that extra sugar is like a sunburn on the inside of your veins.
Hmm.
And then the burn that then starts to get that crap built on. But it's like the first step. And if you back off the added sugar, it will reverse itself. And that's because it's cholesterol. It's cholesterol. Well, cholesterol happens because the inside of your veins are essentially burned with the sugar, and there's no relief. Like, I got a little bit of suntan, like it goes away in a week and a half. But like not when you're shoveling sugar in all the time. It never goes away. Anyway.
Well, I have a craft show to do the end of the month. And once that craft show's over with, I'm going to do a detox. It'll be a 6-week detox and try to get all the gunk out of my system. And I've done it before. It's been many years ago since I've done it. I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2008 was the last time I've done it. So I'm well overdue for a detox, but I'm going to try to clean my system out and see if we can't get the gout and everything, straightened up. Cause I was starting to show signs of diabetes and I didn't like that at all. I've always had low blood sugar, and they said that eventually I'd probably end up with diabetes. And I thought, well, we'll see about that. You're not always right. But as time has gone on and I've kind of abused food, that it's starting to catch up to me. So I thought, okay, it's time that we cut out the sugar and stop that. Well, then my next problem was that I replaced the sugar with protein. It was too much protein for my system to handle and turn my system acidic. And that's why I've got gout now. So now I'm trying to beat the gout, and, I can have salad.
Jim says no carbs. That's hard to cut out too.
Yeah.
Well, I love my crackers. I love my bread.
Carbs turn to sugar is the thing.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to watch the carbs. So yeah, can't have carbs, can't have sugar, can't have protein. Yep. Pretty soon I'll be out of anything to eat. Breathe air.
Sugar is like, there's a cartel. Like, why isn't sugar on the packaging, on the ingredients? It's like obfuscated sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think so now anymore, but it's just like, anyway.
Well, there's so many different names for it,
Yeah. I think on soda now, they broke it off into 2 lines to make the total seem less. They call it something out. I think it was added sugar was 1 line, and then sugar was, it was like the stupidest thing. It just makes it look like there's less sugar, but there's really not.
Well, and I can't do aspartame or any of that kind of stuff either.
Aspartame's poison.
Yeah, that messes me up big time.
The FDA restricted it. Yeah. Like it was illegal. And then they're like, okay, it's fine now.
Yeah. So I can't do any of that. I can do stevia, but in very small amounts. Little Step asked me, does Barrett's esophagus have anything to do with having gout? I don't know. I don't know what Barrett's esophagus is. But gout is a buildup of acid in your system, and you have to try to get your system to release that and go more alkaline. It has to be a balance in your system of acid and alkaline, and one gets higher than the other, you get different problems. And if the acid gets too high, you get gout. And gout is a buildup of uric acid that gets around your joints, usually in your feet, but I also get a little touch of it in my hands as well. And my left foot is a mess from the gout, so I'm trying to get my system straightened up.
It says their documentary is about sugar and it's evil, says NorCal. Love Reese's. Me too, baby. I live right next to Hershey, Hershey, where they make Hershey bars. And,
Little Step brings up another point. She says, did you know people with Rh negative blood are often acidic? That's me. I'm Rh negative.
What? So, RH?
Yeah.
That's not a blood type.
Yeah. Negative.
A, B,
well,
O.
RH is the negative part. You're either Rh negative or Rh positive.
Oh, so you're negative than another letter.
I forget what the other letter is, whether it's O or what it is, but yeah, I'm negative.
O negative is the most. Everyone can take O negative, but
yeah, that I've got negative.
Hey, we're not medical people. Don't take any advice from us. Do your own research. Blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
I'm researching it as I go, trying to figure out how do I get this pain to go away, and there's no easy answer to it.
And just because I say something doesn't mean I practice it. Believe me.
I mean, I'm only practicing because of necessity.
yeah.
It's called I don't like to be in pain, so what do I have to do to make it stop?
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm trying to stay healthy is because medical bills are through the roof. My
And
God,
Noel wants to know if I have Barrett's too. I don't know. I've never heard of it, so I guess not.
way to throw out the disclaimer. Yeah, says Jim Bashir's Typo Negative is a great band. I know. There's a on my Awesome with Things channel, I did a Typo Negative piece of artwork, and I told a story about me and the band. So go check out Awesome with Things, my back catalog. You'll see the Typo Negative album cover I did 2 years ago.
Little Step Noel says only 50% of RH negatives in the world. RH negative people also have more copper in their blood.
Interesting.
Let's see. Did you know in Japanese schools, students don't get any exams until they reach the 4th grade? Why? Because it's the goal of the first 3 years of school is not to judge the student's ability to memorize, but to establish good manners and to develop their character. Japanese scholars teach manners first and foremost.
Who wants to go to Japan after they build the Nintendo theme park? Hook me. Call me. Send me a DM. I want to go to Japan. And I want to ride the Tron roller coaster. Tron. Remember the movie Tron?
Mm-hmm.
Japan's got all the cool stuff.
Jim Bashirs is leaving us. Hey, Jim, it's good to have you with us. Glad you was in here.
Yeah, we're past the hour and a half, so we should probably wrap up here. But yeah, Japan. If you're interested in going to Japan, let me know.
You gonna go to Japan there on the cruise ship, are you?
No. Western Caribbean. But no, we're not making it out into the Pacific. We're staying in the Atlantic.
You commandeer that ship and take it where you want it to go.
Oh, that would not be wise.
And that's why you need bail money?
Ships. There's
it seemed like a good idea at the time. I was on that big drink coupon deal.
There's a thing called the U.S. Navy. They've got really big guns, and ships are slow.
Hey, I'm trying to give you ideas. We want a viral video here. I'm just trying to help.
that did not seem like a good idea from the start.
Sunny J Shores came in just as we're planning on leaving.
Sunny J.
When are you planning on going to Japan?
After the theme park is built. Look up Nintendo theme park Japan, and then I'll go.
Well, listen, it's been fun having everybody in here tonight. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you come back next week. Bring your friends. Tell people about this. We do not want to be the best kept secret on the interweb. So tell people and get them all in here. Tell them, go over to Brenda G's Designs. She does a live on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's a networking stream. It's a lot of fun. They do interesting facts. They'll show your channel up on the screen if you want them to, and it's free advertising. So we hope you come back next week and bring all your friends with you. So with all that being said, we'll bid you adieu and see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Everyone. Stay awesome. Live long and prosper.